Summer heat waves can feel unbearable, even with modern air conditioning running at full blast. Before the invention of electric cooling, builders used clever architectural tricks to keep families safe from the boiling sun. Let's look at 10 old home features designed to beat extreme heat. Cooking a large meal over a wood or coal stove generated a massive amount of heat. Doing this inside the main house during August would turn the living quarters into a sauna. To solve this problem, families built a separate structure in the backyard known as a summer kitchen. All the baking, canning, and daily meal prep happened out there during the hottest months of the year. Keeping the fire away from the main house kept the living areas much cooler and reduced the risk of a devastating fire. Women would spend hours in these detached buildings putting up preserves and boiling water for laundry. Once the crisp fall weather arrived, the family moved their cooking chores back inside the main home. The summer kitchen would then transition into a storage space for all those newly canned goods. Those charming little towers sitting on top of old barns and historic homes do a lot more than just look pretty. Cupolas act as a natural exhaust system for the entire building. As the sun beats down on the roof, the hottest air in the house rises all the way up to the attic. The vents on the sides of the cupola give that boiling air a place to escape. This creates a vacuum effect that pulls cooler air in through the lower windows of the house. Farmers relied on them to keep hay from spontaneously combusting in tight barns, but homeowners loved them for the constant draft they provided. Today, they mostly serve as decorative birdhouses, but they were once a lifesaver during a heat wave. A well-placed cupola could lower the temperature of an attic by 20 degrees or more. Almost every new house has shutters nailed to the exterior walls, but they are completely fake and cannot even close. Original louvered shutters were fully functional tools designed to block the harsh afternoon sun. When a heat wave struck, homeowners would swing the wooden panels shut over their windows. The angled wooden slats blocked direct sunlight from entering the room while still letting the breeze pass right through. This simple trick kept the indoor temperature several degrees cooler than the blazing heat outside. You could adjust the tilt of the louvers on some models to control exactly how much light came inside. Closing the shutters became a morning chore that protected the family from the worst part of the day. It was a simple habit that saved people from sweating through their afternoon naps. Before television and air conditioning kept people locked inside, the wraparound porch was the center of summer life. These massive decks extended around 2 or 3 sides of the home, covered by a wide roof. Homeowners could move their rocking chairs to different sides of the house to chase the shade and catch the prevailing winds. The deep porch roof also kept the sun from hitting the first-floor windows, keeping the interior parlors dark and cool. Families spent their evenings out here sipping iced tea and socializing with neighbors who walked by. The porch served as a buffer zone that absorbed the worst of the afternoon heat before it could reach the front door. Sitting outside was the best way to survive a muggy August afternoon. Neighbors could always count on a gentle breeze and a friendly conversation to pass the time. Walking into a Victorian home often means looking up at ceilings that stretch 10 or 12 feet high. This design choice wasn't just about showing off wealth or making rooms look grand. Hot air rises, so a taller room gives all that stuffy heat a place to go that is well above everyone's heads. The cooler air settles down near the floor, where the family actually sits and sleeps. Combining tall ceilings with tall double-hung windows meant you could lower the top window sash to let the trapped heat out. Modern homes usually stick to standard 8-foot ceilings to save on winter heating costs. Back then, surviving the summer took priority, and giving the heat room to rise made a massive difference. Those airy, open rooms made the long summer afternoons feel far less suffocating. Take a look at the roofline of a classic craftsman bungalow, and you will see how far the roof hangs over the exterior walls. These deep eaves acted like a giant sun hat for the entire house. During the middle of summer, the sun sits very high in the sky. The wide overhang casts a long shadow that prevents direct sunlight from hitting the windows and baking the rooms inside. In the winter, the sun sits much lower on the horizon, allowing the warm rays to slip right under the eaves and heat the house. Builders calculated the exact angle needed to block the summer glare while welcoming the winter sun. It was a brilliant, passive way to control the climate without spending a dime on electricity. Getting the most out of natural shade proved that early architects truly understood their environment. Down in the hot and humid South, early settlers came up with a unique floor plan called the Dogtrot House. They built two separate log cabins and connected them with a single roof, leaving a wide, open hallway right down the middle. This covered breezeway acted like a wind tunnel that funneled air through the center of the home. The family used this shaded outdoor space as their main living room during the sweltering summer months. It earned its funny name because the family dogs loved to trot through the cool, breezy corridor to escape the sun. Opening the doors of the adjoining rooms allowed that strong draft to pull the stale, hot air out of the sleeping quarters. Nature provided its own version of a high-powered fan with this layout. Classic Dogtrot designs remain a beloved staple of Southern architecture to this very day. Early homes built from solid brick, stone, or adobe mud used sheer mass to fight off the summer heat. These incredibly thick walls absorbed the heat of the sun very slowly throughout the day. By the time the heat finally penetrated all the way through the brick, the sun was already setting. The cool night air would then wash over the house and pull the heat back out of the walls. This process is called thermal mass, and it kept the inside of the house at a surprisingly stable, comfortable temperature. Modern houses use thin wooden frames and fluffy fiberglass insulation, which heats up much faster. Those heavy stone walls acted like a giant battery that stored coolness from the night and released it during the day. Living inside one of these masonry homes felt like hiding out in a dry, comfortable cave. When the temperature stayed high long after the sun went down, sleeping indoors felt like trying to rest inside an oven. Families built sleeping porches on the second floor of their homes to catch the evening breeze. These screened-in rooms allowed night air to flow freely while keeping out mosquitoes and other biting bugs. Beds or cots lined the edges of the space, giving everyone a chance to cool off during sticky July nights. Moving the whole family outside to sleep became a regular summer routine in the days before window AC units. Some homes even featured wraparound sleeping porches so you could follow the wind as it shifted direction. Waking up to the sound of crickets and a cool dawn breeze made the intense daytime heat a little easier to handle. Sleeping outside felt like a summer camping trip right in your own backyard. If you walk through an older house, you might notice small glass panels placed directly above the interior doors. Builders called these transom windows, and they played a big role in managing indoor temperatures. Heat naturally rises, so opening these tiny windows allowed trapped hot air to escape from closed rooms. They created a steady cross breeze through the entire house without sacrificing privacy. You could keep your bedroom door shut but still get airflow from the hallway. Most transoms featured a metal rod or chain mechanism that let you tilt the glass open just the right amount. Modern central air made these clever little windows unnecessary, but they remain a beautiful reminder of how homes used to breathe. Visitors can still spot them in historic downtown buildings and classic farmhouses across the country. Which of these old-fashioned cooling features do you wish you had in your house right now? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to American Rewind for more trips down memory lane.